Hi, welcome to the Train Shop Weekly. This is Volume 3, Episode 13. It's been a little while, but we got too much to talk about tonight. I'm Bill Henning.
I'm Harry Henning.
That's Harry.
I'm Walt Herbine.
That's Walt. And welcome to the Train Shop Weekly. Thanks for joining us. Please hit like, hit subscribe, share with your friend, and join us each week or two, or whenever.
At least once a month.
Yeah, we're going to change the Train Shop monthly.
Yep.
I hope we can try to be a little more consistent on a weekly program.
Now that summer's winding down.
Yeah.
Bill's not away camping.
Ball and chain on his freaking legs so he don't go nowhere.
Yeah, well. No, I had a good trip last week. Went to the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon, which was fun with the Boy Scouts.
Nice trains there.
Yeah, the one place we went to is the Pennsylvania Lumber Museum.
Yeah,
What, they have a shade in the shed or something?
Yeah, they have a shade in the shed. The thing's pretty complete. I only really noticed a drive shaft missing, but overall it's pretty complete. And I guess they pull it out of the shed when they have special events and stuff. But the Lumber Museum was pretty cool. It's quite informative. It's really fascinating. They do have an HO module layout there, which basically shows all the.
Did you get any videos or pictures of it?
Yep. And it shows you basically they have a full module layout, HO scale and narrow gauge, showing from when the trees are cut down all the way through and they're turned into lumber and 30-foot piles of boards drying. So it was pretty cool. And outside the
they have tractors out there too, don't they?
No, not really.
Didn't?
I didn't see any tractors. They have a little international switcher. It kind of looks like a small, like 44-ton switcher. It's a little thing. That's in the same building at the HO train layout.
That's cool.
Did you do any of that big, like, long cuttings with the saw? One guy up top, one down the bottom?
No, they didn't have any like hands-on demonstration that you could participate. I'm sure they do when they have different special events, but on the normal thing. But it was really interesting. It was worth the trip if you're ever up in that Wellsboro area.
Did you like wear your like red and black checkered shirt and be like Paul Bunyan, Lumberjack Bill? No.
So what else we got?
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I got to the last week or so.
I don't know. I've been crazily working on Sundays trying to get our train club all up and ready for our upcoming show.
And I've been busting my butt between helping you out with the club stuff and trying to get the home layout done. We put in a lift bridge, which we have a short video of that because guys have asked about seeing that raising and lowering. I got that off of Sean Morgan last week. He had taken it out of his layout because he found for his use having that lift bridge in there, people wouldn't come in to look at the center of his layout. So he decided to make it easier where people could come and walk more around the layout.
Make it like a U or something?
Yeah. So he took it out, and he has enough room for a great big U. So he took that out, and now you can walk throughout the whole layout, which is nice. And thanks to him, we got the lift bridge for our layout, and then we took the bridge that we had, and we had donated a month or two ago to the club.
Yeah, that kind of got new bridge put on it.
That got revamped for the club. So everybody, all around, it worked out pretty good. So you guys can watch the lift bridge video then. Hey guys, we got the Mallet bridge installed that we got off of Sean, and a lot of guys asked to see how it works and so forth. What there is there's two toggle switches, one on this side and one on the other side. When you flip the switch to the up position, it brings the lift up so that you can walk under it. And you might have to duck a little because it doesn't go up real high, but it's a lot easier than crawling underneath a layout. and that is done through cables that are done through pulleys throughout the system. Now on this, there's a toggle switch to stop it in the up position, and normally they have a down toggle. We did put in a reed switch for cable select so that if something gets jammed under it or whatever, it automatically stops it. But this is the bridge that a lot of you had asked about in during shows. We won't have it going up or down. We'll have it in the down position, and should have it all sealed up by the 9th of September for the Run for Fun, which we hope all of you that can make it out to visit us for the 9th and the 10th are able to. Thank you, and hope you enjoyed this short little clip.
I was pretty excited with one of our customers coming in the shop last week. He was down at the Lionel Collectors Club convention, and he brought us back a Lenny the Lager.
Lenny the Lager, I know.
He brought you back.
No, he brought us back.
No, that's here. That can's for here for the shop.
Ah.
He can drink it. You can drink it.
Oh, you've loaded up your glass. I was going to share it with you.
All I care is the can goes up on the shelf. That's part of the collection.
So yeah, it's Lenny the Lager.
Lenny the Lager.
I assume it's kind of like one of our Yingling lagers.
Yeah.
Where's your cup? We got a cup. I'll split it with you. Should be one back there. So yeah,
I will disappear for a minute.
that was pretty nice of him.
Yeah, I thought it was great for him to bring the can up for us, considering they were very limited to the LCCA members.
Yeah. Yep. Another thing, whatever, recently, we did a trip about a month or so ago. My kids and I, we went to the Franklin Institute. You know, we actually went for the Disney thing, but naturally, if you go to the Franklin Institute, you got to go to the train factory there.
There you go. Perfect.
There you go.
Give me some coffee. Yeah, I don't drink coffee.
But you drink a lager.
There you go.
Even in a perfect cup.
Anyway, so we went to the Franklin Institute.
Here, give me the can. I'll set it where I can take it to wash it.
And so we went to the to see the Baldwin 60,000. It's an awesome engine. And one of the things I just recently found out was last week they closed it. They closed the factory, the train factory down.
Overhauling it or something.
Yeah, they're remodeling that whole room. It's to me it's kind of sad what they're doing to it. It's basically not really going to be a train room anymore. They took out the rocket, the Reading rocket.
Which I think the history on that is quite interesting. And
anyway, they had gotten that in 1838. That was one of the first engines that the Reading Railroad had. And it was kind of interesting. The Franklin Institute wanted to remodel. They said, "Hey, we got to get rid of this engine. It's not part of our thing." And interesting enough, it was still owned by Conrail. That engine.
What amazes me
God.
is it stayed on.
Know whose ears face just lit up?
But what amazes me is it stayed within the railroad roster because it was on loan to the Franklin Institute for all those years.
Yeah, it was on loan.
And
it went, and the Reading Railroad went into the Conrail.
I'll have to look that up.
And then when Conrail parted with the Norfolk Southern, but some of the assets went with the
shareholders.
Now, what do they call the Conrail now?
Shared
assets.
Shared assets, yeah.
So apparently some of the stuff went in this engine, 1838.
Oh my God. Sean Conahey, now you can actually say Conrail owns an engine.
There you go.
It's the last one they own till it goes over to the Railroad Museum.
So I guess after, so they took it out of the Franklin Institute. some work being done to it in, as they say, an undisclosed location. But it's going to end up at the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum in Strasburg. So at least it's going to end up in a good home.
It's gonna be there next to another old friend from the Pensy and B&O.
John Bull.
The John Bull.
I rode the John Bull.
So you'll have a Reading and a Pensy, both from back in the air.
Well, the one that John Bull's a remake.
Yeah, the one at Strasburg is.
I don't care, but I can say I rode on that.
They built that in like the 1940s or something, around 1940s.
Yeah, for the anniversary.
Yeah,
I wonder where that
the original one's in the Smithsonian Institute.
Do I even
down in
still have
Washington.
that
They're still
picture?
around.
Yep.
So what else you got there, Bill?
We got a puzzle.
Oh, the puzzle I gave you a couple months ago.
Yeah, it was a.
Did you finally got to do it?
Yeah, we were up at the mountains a couple weeks ago. It was actually a picture of a Reading steam engine up at the Reading train station.
Here,
It was kind of cool.
we'll point right up here for you, Bill, so you can post the picture.
Yeah, so.
Oh yeah, probably under my head.
Yep.
Just paste it right over Walt's head.
Why did you paste it over your stuff this time?
So I can verify all
the puzzle pieces are
all
there.
the puzzle pieces are there.
Actually, you have to do this. Look around.
Is that it?
You like this?
Yep.
So it's fun when you find an old.
You know, when I found that, I was worried because it was open and the puzzle pieces were all over the floor of the trailer. And I'm like, I don't think this thing's gonna all be there. So
Yeah.
and then I saw it was Reading, and I was like, Bill's got to have this one.
I forgot to bring something I wanted to say, like the neat things that come into the store.
Oh yeah.
That I picked up the other week, but I'll save that for another.
All right, let's get moving on to what's new.
What's new? We got the September-October classic toy trains, and there's some good little articles in there as they do every month, and I think there's a neat one in here on a 462 volt amp that went for over $100,000.
A what?
Volt amp. How's
that?
That is this right here, 1915.
1915 rare model from the World's Fair. Sells
Yes.
for $105,000.
Set a record. Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I got a cool one coming in that came into the store today for you to repair.
Yeah.
Old wind up Bing.
Oh, the kind I like to repair. Those I have fun with.
What are the wind up Bings? How old are they?
1880s, 90s.
The wind up ones?
Yep. They're all die cast.
Yeah, Bing, did they have electric ones eventually go to electric?
Eventually, yes.
But the early wind-ups are
Yep.
like
Predecessors. They took them same die cast shells and actually wound up putting electric motors in them as things got electrified. And I've done quite a few repairs on both, but I like the wind-ups. They're challenging, but they can be fixed.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. It was like, ooh, what's this? Ooh, this is a wind-up.
Now, what's that one, Bill?
This is a new, the Rail Pace News magazine. It's one of our favorite magazines for up here in the Northeast. We got some good articles about the Reading and Northern Steamtown. What's going on up at Steamtown? There's some good pictures from the 611 on its after it left Strasburg, heading south, going home. So a lot of great color photos of the northeastern.
That would be a
areas.
neat place for that to spend a summer. Is up at Scranton.
What's that? The 611.
611, yeah.
You need some place like with Andy.
Give it a
Muller.
little bit of a place to open his legs.
Andy Mullers. That would be. Yeah, he has the rail to do it.
Yeah. Trains Magazine's got a new DVD on the East Broad Top.
Cool.
Kind of gives you
The rebuilding.
Yeah, it talks about the rebuilding. East Broad Top Reborn. So that's a pretty good DVD. New from Railroad Model Craftsman, they have a scenic and weathering techniques. I haven't looked at one of these yet.
What's that other book that came in?
Might have to crack one of them open.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see pictures.
But
You still have
scenic and weathering techniques. So
Always like the weathering.
it's in a bag. We didn't open one. I didn't buy one yet, but
Yeah.
We got
but
this one.
from a few different customers, they say it's actually a really good magazine.
This is another one that came in.
That's not new.
I don't care if it's new.
That's pretty.
These
new.
are new.
Oh, that's
No,
new.
this is pretty new. This came in a couple weeks ago. Is Model Railroading Handbook, and it kind of touches a lot. I thought it was very interesting. I mean, paging through it. I mean, it gives you a wealth of knowledge of different things, especially for your people new getting into it, like the alignment of steam engines. You know, your bridges.
The terminology.
Yeah, terminology, the bridges, different trucks. You know, I thought it was. It gets into the wiring and the modern wiring and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's a really good for you new guys getting
It's
in.
good for the new guys, yes.
Yes. You know.
Absolutely. And it is a book that has been out for quite a while. It's not new, but it may be the first time you saw it, but it's not a new one. Bummer!
I thought that particular one was new.
No, it's
Yeah, that's
actually,
what it looks like.
I think you'll find it's a recopy.
Let's see. I'll look. Because usually in the book.
They might have added some content to it, but I believe it's the same book. Anyway, let's get on to the next thing. Let's stop harping over the book and let's go. It's a long night.
I don't know. I just like to prove you wrong. That's how about that.
Well,
I'd
you
have to
got
say
all
it's
night.
23.
You got all night.
But good book for you guys, beginners.
All right, what's new? Let's start. We'll start off small.
We'll start out small.
Small,
We're gonna start a small.
HMO. Oh, engage.
We're gonna start off with some N-gauge. For you N-gagers.
Blue Comet set.
Okay. This is a sweet view comment set made by Microtrain Lines. Okay. One thing a lot of people might know, Microtrain Lines are made here in America, out in California. There's a video out there on YouTube, shows you what do you call, it shows a little bit of their manufacturing.
Well, their electronics are done out there too, aren't they?
No, but I mean, very, very nicely done set.
I was looking at that earlier. I was like, that's a real nice
I mean,
set.
really well detailed and everything. It's five car set. But
Got KD style couplers on it and
yep,
everything.
and the one thing I like about it is it is made here, 100% made in the US of A. Because it's neat, and it actually goes on to the story about it, how microtrains came about. I guess it was two brothers who started KD's couplers, and then I guess as they passed away or whatever, they split into two entities. It was kind of a little neat video, but very sharp. Next thing is, just came in a little bit. The Jeep 9s have been out for a little bit, is our trusty old local, one of our local railroads is Lehigh Valley.
These are Athearn Genesis, aren't they?
Yes.
And I know there was a Conrail too, wasn't there? That came in with this stuff.
No,
Yeah, there's a few different
we don't really like to talk about that. That's a sad part in railroad history. But what do you call it? A lot of people, I see a lot of people come in and you buy these things. One thing about these, when you do get them, is how you pick them up. A lot of people come in with broken handrails, and when you call the handrails are very, very flimsy. Always try to pick it up either down below the gas tank or above the handrails. Save you guys handrails. But I think it's
I couldn't tell you how many people just grab the handrail.
Yep, let me see. People grab it right here and they catch the handrails. You really want to do here or go grab it by the fuel tank.
There's so many details now. I remember.
And it's sound and DCC and sound ready.
How much time we spent like years ago with number 80 drill
Adding
bits.
detail and
all the
handrails.
handrails and the sunshades and what do you call? I mean, I still have a box of Detail West parts.
Antennas, windshield wipers.
The grab railings.
He's just spent so much time and so many
Well,
go
at
through so
least-
many drill
I mean,
bits.
the only thing about back then, at least to grab the handrails were metal.
Yeah,
You know, they might have been a little bit out of scale, but.
Yeah, they are pretty nice.
And the next thing is some Walters cars. And it goes, what do you call it? Is the Walter Passenger, American Foundry, American Car and Foundry of PA, or Pennsylvania Railroad. We got, what are there, 6 different cars, I think. But I picked out some of them. We got the coach car. We got the Pullman standard buffet lounge car. It looks like the observation car. Pretty sharp looking.
What are you trying to get me to go into HO?
No.
Nice looking cars.
Yeah, they are nice looking.
Baggage dormitory car. And you also got the Walters. Ooh, got some big old heavy duty flat car. 81 foot, 8 axle depressed center flat car. Norfolk and Southern. I like that.
Anybody make good O-scale ones like this? O-gauge ones?
Not at the press. I don't know anyone I can know the press flat car like that is the old Lionel one.
No, MTH made
MTH had
one.
didn't they?
Yeah, MTH made one.
Yeah, I think I do
Yeah,
have
the
one.
big.
Yeah, with the transformer one.
Yeah,
I think I have one of those.
because I have the Lionel with the machine shop parts on it, and
Yeah.
I have the old one with the transformer on it as well from Lionel back in the day, and a couple of reels. But MTH made one that was pretty long.
Yeah, 67 foot Trinity 4-bay covered hopper, Trinity Industry Leasing. Nice looking car. And
Nice looking.
then we have the 72 foot center beam flat car trailer train. And for your lumber loader guys.
Not.
All right, now to make Bill and Harry happy. Now we're into
Now
the
the good stuff.
Now we're into the 3 rail.
Yeah.
But these guys don't understand. We got to cater to everybody. Gotta get them HOers, man. They're the big guys.
We got the engage in the HO.
Just came in as the Lionel. These are Line Chief
Lion Chief Plus 2.0.
2.0. The little docksiders.
Saddle tankers.
Saddle tankers?
Yeah.
Docksiders.
Saddle tank, docksider.
Yeah, these are, you get a lot of bang for the buck with this little engine.
Yeah.
Nice looking engine.
That's a nice one, but this one's nicer looking.
This one's nicer looking?
Yes, I like Reading shops.
Well, I like this one. It goes to the coal mine.
Well, you can run them. You can run them off the universal remote. You can run them off the Bluetooth. You can run them off your
the
legacy remote. You just set it to TMCC. They got smoke. They got good sound to it. It's got remote couplers, front and back. Yeah, so they got a lot of bang for the buck for this little sucker.
Mm-hmm.
Good little engine.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they run good with the universal remote, but they run even better with the your legacy remote. That way you have your choice of more sound.
Bummer they ain't enough room in there for whistle steam.
Yeah,
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, we're looking at the pictures from the Railroad Museum at Pennsylvania Railroad Museum where they have the Reading. And there's a lot of little details that are different. I mean, that's basically as close as you're going to get, right?
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes you have to give it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lights are a little different, but
The whole boiler's different, but
Yeah.
Still the.
The general idea.
You close one eye, squint with the other.
Yeah, you know.
Don't fall down.
How many people are going to really as rivet counters?
Yeah. Well,
You mean Walt?
I know nothing.
Walter.
you want to see one of these run?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, they're neat. The Lehigh Valley's pretty short. I know it's also comes out, I think, Alaska, New Haven, but these are our two favorites, I think.
Yeah, I like the coal. Alright. We'll let Walt run the reading. You know, for a nice little Lion Chief 2.0 plus plus or whatever, I think it's got a lot of good sound to it.
Yeah, it does. I like. It's got that quillable whistle.
Yeah. Which
Yeah,
is-
yeah, we ran it with the Legacy remote in the TMCC mode, so you get the best performance out of it like that. You know, the Bluetooth. You got the Bluetooth operation and also the universal remote, where it runs good with those two, but it definitely runs smoother and more options with the.
yeah, you get more speed steps out of it using the TMCC
Yeah.
mode than you do the Lion Chief mode.
Yeah.
That we found in the past.
And it's
with a
cool. It
lot
does
of
have the
others.
remote couplers. We didn't play with those, or whatever. So it's great for little doing switching operations and such. But what else? Well, you got some big engines back here.
Yeah, my favorite, the 614 Greenbriar.
Yeah, I don't know if I have time to really.
We can at least bring them out, show them. We don't have to run them this
Hey,
time
what's
around.
up with the tape?
That was in the packaging, I think.
To hold that heavy cap down so it don't bounce around in the engine.
Yeah, I think during shipping.
Now, for me, this is
How come nobody
one of
took it
my.
off?
This is actually one of my favorites. Is a 614 Greenbriar. And
Yeah, wasn't that the second engine? What do you call it? Russ
Russ
Roller?
Rolling, and they had it out at New Hope at one time. It was out there for a little while. They've made excursion runs as they were pulling the Chessie Steam Special after the fire. Because they did some horse trading for the Freedom Train for the 614 when it came up.
It is a nice engine, but it's obviously this was one of the MTH acquisitions.
Yes.
I had to laugh because under the tender, You know, like
Still says MTH.
no, does it?
Yeah, I was looking. I thought it said MTH.
I don't think it said. I can't imagine it would say empty. No, it says Lionel.
Okay.
But the thing I thought was funny was, you know, Lionel puts all the switches under the steam dome, which is a neat feature. But for MTH, they had them underneath the.
Well, Lionel's early stuff did too.
Right.
They had it back there.
Yeah, but they didn't take the lettering off the mold.
All the mold hit all.
Yeah, so you have your polarity or DCS, 2-rail
Yeah.
or 3-rail switch,
Yeah.
smoke and volume, but it's just kind of
Why pay for the extra tooling to take it out?
It's just funny to have the DCS labeled here.
You know, you know, really, I look at it anymore. It doesn't matter. It's another variety of a steam engine. It's still, because that almost looks like a Reading tender. The Reading tender.
Well, I have the 614. I have the 3rd rail version.
Got those coupler flips.
Yeah, the coupler flips up. It's pretty cool because it does the same thing on the 3rd rail one as well.
Does it have a smoke and whistle?
I don't know. I wonder. I would most likely think they put it in.
It probably has a switch to turn it on or off.
Look by the whistle. See if there's a hole.
Yeah, I don't see a hole, but it could be underneath it. But it says whistle on and off.
Well, next week we'll play with that and see what's what. Looks pretty good.
I don't know. I think we should try it anyway.
You want to try it tonight? I'm game.
We have the other big engines. We got. I don't know. This last week a lot of stuff came in. So
Well, why don't we do the UPs in the next week? But
Yeah.
we'll at least show them off tonight as well.
hey, I want to see this thing.
So do I.
Train 1 brakeman, let's get an application for continuity test. Good application, okay to release. Train 1 brakeman, we have good set, good release, good continuity on timetable train number 1. Over.
That's a roger. Good set, good release, good continuity on timetable train number 1.
Dispatcher, we're ready. Is it okay to pull? Over.
Please stand by. Out.
Dispatcher, are we clear through the diamond? Over.
How's the fire look?
Dispatcher, go to sign the register book. Out.
That's a lot of engine.
I like the whistles. And I like how it doesn't have just a hole for the smoke for the whistle. It actually funnels around it, which I thought was really interesting. It's not their normal drill a hole underneath the whistle and it's actually funneled through it, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's a nice engine. Then the other two sitting there. Maybe we'll take a look at them
Okay, this is
next if you want. But
this an MTH Rail King big boy. A little smaller than your Premier or full scale. Doesn't have all the detail.
what size track will this go around? How small?
That I do not know.
How far does it go down to 36, I believe?
It might be. Oh Because it must, because it's got four
Semi-scale.
semi-scale. It's got dead wheels. I'd have to look at the box.
I think I saw it does go 36 inch.
I can
Diameter track.
imagine that overhang.
That's pretty
Nice
good.
614 for somebody that doesn't have a big layout to run.
It does have a crazy space between the tender and the cab, but
That's normal for tight radius. Nice looking engine.
yeah, you get a nice big boy, nice looking engine without paying a
Yeah,
crazy.
but I think that
Crazy $2,400 or so.
they're overkilling the big boy. That's all you see. Big boy, big boy, big boy.
Well, everybody has a big boy. You have one, right?
I have a big boy.
Neither do I. You have a big boy, right?
Nope.
Neither do I.
But I like the fact the big boy, yes, we have one here in Pennsylvania. Sitting up, it's 4012, I believe.
Yeah, but
Sitting up at Scranton.
I'm just, I give more power to Union Pacific. They have never changed their logo or changed their name since. They're the only railroad out there that.
I do someday want to sit. I do want to stand trackside and watch the 4014 go by. That's got to be quite impressive.
Oh yeah.
Just to stand.
Now the
trackside.
other Union Pacific we have there, Walt. Why don't you pull that one around as well?
Nah.
Yeah.
This is the Lionel full scale Challenger.
And those were ones that were just released.
Yeah, I think we'll take a good look at this next week.
This is
Yep.
the oil version.
3815, and I like the detail on this. Challengers I've actually liked better than a big boy. Granted, the big boy's neat, but I've always liked the Challenger better myself.
Yeah, I mean, I wish they would have put them a little, put a little bit more different railroads out, but they're not.
Well, it's
The
like
cha- the
Pennsylvania.
But the Challenger was used by multiple railroads.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying in general, the Union Pacific had their trains or their engines that they ran out there, like Pensy had for themselves, with the M1As and the T1 turbine, a couple others. They were one of a kinds to the railroad. Pretty neat, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go on more about this engine on our next episode and show you guys this one running.
I get to play with the NTH.
Yeah.
Yep, and you'll get to play with some NTH for the
See what
next
kind of
show.
talk it has.
We got to say it was Bill's birthday on the 8th.
Oh yeah, he's
And,
an old fart now.
We did give Bill a birthday present for the layout. His railroad gates kept getting smashed, huh, Bill?
Yeah, on my module section on the layout.
On the house layout now.
Yeah, it's like I have a set of crossing gates, and
Well, it's not going to be taken to shows anymore. So.
yeah, so
No.
it's gonna survive a little better. But they take a beating when they're on the road and elbows and such. So yeah, so Harry kind of got a set of gates, and I mean they're fully operational.
Here, pictures up here.
Yeah. They're fully operational. They got the lights, the gates operating up and down. He had trigger tracks basically pretty far in advance, so when the engines come and they go down early, and they go kind of a pretty.
We use the tortoise
Fairly
motors on them with fishing line to actually make the gates go down.
Yeah.
I cobbled a lot of old parts together to make something a little unique, a little interesting. It's got a Lionel soundboard for the bell and for the flasher lights. The actual gates are Z stuff, which had burnout boards in them, so the gates didn't work. They were totally junk. And then to make the gates go down, we have tortoise switch machine motors that we can adjust with a HO transformer, so Bill can make the gates go down really slow, or he can slam them gates down, depending on the voltage he puts into them.
And you got a bell, so they ring.
Yep, so
I kind of annoy everybody.
and we put a switch on that so we can turn that on and off, so
So yeah, so they are pretty cool looking. So thank you.
Yep.
One thing I thought was interesting, we were talking about MTH and Lionel, like this being an MTH engine, which is now Lionel, but I found it was interesting, the Lionel Amtrak train station that just came in.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Right. So they have the Amtrak station, which is nice, Lionel, but it's the MTH, the old MTH country station.
Yep.
And what I find interesting is, well, thing retails for $169.99, nice station. But then at the same time, just recently, within the past month or so, MTH announced they're making a new country station. It's the same station.
Yep.
Yeah, so and it retails for half the price. The retail is $84.95 versus Lionel's $169, and it appears to be the exact same station. So obviously that's kind of interesting. What's the deal?
Probably because you're paying Amtrak royalties.
Yeah, I could see that, but to me, I would think that would be maybe $20 worth. But to be that much, but the other thing that interests me is, I guess.
And they're coming out of the same factory.
Yeah, but Lionel's doing an MTH thing, which they bought a lot of stuff, but now MTH bringing that same thing out. Is there going to be other things that Lionel's producing?
Producing that MTH is going to produce.
That MTH is going to produce? You know.
That's questionable.
But this is the first time where I see them doing the exact same
item. Yep.
Exact same item, and obviously a big price difference. So I don't know if this is the start of something, or just a one-off thing, or I don't know the details. But I just found it kind of interesting that they're both going with the exact same station, basically the same time
frame for both of them
and
coming
such a
out.
drastic price difference. So I just sharing something I thought was interesting. The other thing is RMT, Ready-Made Trains. It has been back. We talked about a couple of their cars, the tank cars, the other week. They got a lot of new cars, but they're doing a lot of special runs. Like MTH is doing a lot of special runs. So RMT is doing a lot of special runs. So there's a lot of dealers doing special runs with them, and
that's who we're working with here.
Yeah, we're included. We have our New Hope and Ivyland ballast cars and Pennsylvania Northeastern ballast cars, which should be here anytime. It's only been a year and a half.
Walter said very soon.
Yeah,
so.
Not me.
Supposedly they're on the boat on the way. So my fingers are crossed.
As long as the boat don't sink.
It's been at least maybe it's been about 2 years now. Either way, hopefully they'll be here soon. But in the meantime, we do have several projects in the works. Keeping you up?
Yep. No. I'm keeping me up. I'm tired. Been here all day.
One of the things we have is we got a
This
Henning's cheese.
I am so excited for.
Henning's cheese reefer.
Oh, you guys do know a lot about cheese.
Yes, we do.
Not really, but we'd like to eat it. Now, actually, Henning's cheese, I actually discovered them a couple of years ago. Actually, I think my girlfriend discovered it, and we thought, oh, great. My mom, our mother's from Wisconsin. She was born in Wisconsin, so how appropriate. Henning's cheese from Wisconsin. So the last couple of years for Christmas, I ordered, a little gift pack of a variety of different cheeses. Yeah. So then when Walter,
Mom and Dad took a ride up there.
Yeah, Walter from RMT, said, "Hey, you want to do a car?" And the old man, Dad, says, "Hey, let's do a Henning's cheese reefer." And so so they did go up to Wisconsin wedding to Henning's cheese and stuff. But I think this is a great project. I'm excited about. The other one we have in the works is a reefer car. It's a New Hope Railroad reefer car.
This one I like, the milk car.
Yeah.
That is going to be nice.
Yeah, so I'm kind of excited about that. Yeah, I think hopefully we've kind of been developing a little bit of a relationship with the New Hope Railroad for some projects.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll be able to look to do
That
some
one's
few more
awesome.
things. Yeah. There are a couple hopper cars. A covered hopper car, Upper Merion and Plymouth.
That one's going to be a fun one too.
As you can see, we're kind of interested in the local
railroads.
Local northeastern stuff. Yeah, we do have a 3-bay hopper, 70-ton hopper. This is actually a steel plate out of Conshohocken.
Lucas or Abrams? No, not Abrams.
Allenwood Steel
Allenwood,
Company.
yeah.
Yeah,
Allenwood
Allenwood, right along the Schuylkill, aren't they?
Yeah, out of Conshohocken, which is just
Yeah.
a couple
Hop,
towns.
skip, and a jump.
Yeah, a
Steel.
few
Yeah,
towns
a
over.
lot of it's where the fire academy is now.
Yeah.
It's all been revamped.
Yep.
Industrial park.
What else?
I remember as a kid, used to go to my aunt's one house and go down to Nart's. I used to go down this big hill and used to see the big furnace and stuff. And one day I remember as a kid, went over the hill, it was gone.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that big, massive thing that was there for so long.
And they burnt trash and everything there too.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think on
Yeah.
that lot there's a trash to steam plant now there too.
Yeah.
Like if you,
Because when I worked for Hatfield, that was one of the things they used to do. Part of that plant, they actually would take the trash then that was burnable, and they would burn it to create the electric, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah. So there's a couple of projects I can talk about. I mean, we're excited about some of these.
They're going to be fun.
Yeah, we got a few other projects we hope to talk about in the near future. But yeah, I'm really excited about the Henning's cheese. I got my Henning's cheese shirt.
Yeah, I left one
hey,
in
well,
the
that's
car.
right.
I
Look at
forgot
that.
all
Wait,
about it.
You do not even have a train
Don't
shirt
have a
on
train
today.
shirt.
I didn't even notice that today.
And I didn't even think about it because my Henning's cheese shirt is sitting in the back seat of my car. And I actually wanted to wear that tonight for this. I forgot all
This is
about
not a
it.
cheese show. This is a train-related show.
Oh, are you sure?
Well, now it has some relation. Yeah.
Yeah, Henning's cheese.
Hey, what do you call you guys? Want cheese? Get some Henning's cheese from Wisconsin.
We also really didn't get to talk about our friend Anthony in Ohio.
Yes.
He sent us a care package. He gave us a weird beer,
Gave you a weird beer.
which we'll try that. Maybe we'll try it next week.
That one's for you.
Yeah, it's your weird beer.
You like your weird beers.
Yummy, some crafts, afterlife sake, craft sake, some Asian thing. Though it's made in Oregon. Best of class. So we'll try that.
Sent a building for our run to give away at a run for fun. He
Yep.
does some really neat buildings.
He does.
We actually will see it on
Yeah,
our.
the Run for Fun, he gave us a building to raffle off, and then he brought a car which I still have not seen yet, Anthony. I've heard so much about the car, but I have not physically
The
seen
mousetrap
it.
car.
The mousetrap car.
And then he has a beer car.
And a beer car for Bill.
with
full
a
of
drunken
beer.
hobo. There's a drunken hobo in there.
Is that Walter's passed out in the?
That's not.
Yeah.
I'm not the beer drinker here.
Yeah, well, when we're not live, right?
Anyway, so everybody knows, yes, we do have our Run for Fun coming as well. And that'll be September 9th and 10th. We'll have the store open.
12 to 5.
We'll have the store open that day, and then up at the house where we have the Run for Fun, we'll be open from 12 to 5. Sometimes we run a little bit longer, but we try to get out of there or try to get done around 5. But each day will be 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock, both for Saturday and Sunday. And Saturday, 10 o'clock, the shop opens here, so you can come to the shop at 10. Be up to the house by 12 and get to see the Train Shop Weekly crew, along with probably quite a few other of our YouTube friends that we have invited to come for the day. So,
You two friends.
well, we can't say that we don't have. We have Jimmy's Trains coming with the Fowler Tree and his Thunder and Lightning, which he'll have a table set up there. And Kevin Malcolm with his narrow gauge detail parts, he will have a table there as well, so people can also look at some stuff that they can get.
I'm seeing Mr. Serial will be there.
Yes,
I'm sure he'll be dressed in his fine blue.
You got to remember, he's been doing our video photography for 8 years, and this will be his 8th year doing videos for us.
I know.
Yeah, I know. No.
He has that pipe dream that Conrail comes along and takes over. Ready.
You ready?
Well, he'll have fun. Yep. Everybody, thank you for watching, and have a great
I ran
day.
out of beer.
Bill's out of beer.
Out of beer. What do you got? You get, see, it's Bill in the beer car.
Everybody, thank you.
Yep,
Have
see
a
you
good
later.
night.
Good night.
Bill wanted ones like we had in town for the Reading Railroad. And when done, they go up nice and slow.